So, ladies and gentlemen, man, joining them on a hustle is a young lady who proves, man, that a lot can happen in a year's change. Man, you see her galloping across the charts. Make some noise one time for Megan Thee Stallion.
Hey, y'all.
Yo, everybody couldn't see it, but she gave us a mini Zoom twerk right there. Little shoulders and elbow action. That meant.
Hey! She was ready. She was ready. At all times.
Where do we begin? Yo, congratulations for your dominance, you know, in the chart game, representing for H-Town to the fullest.
H-Town in this
Park,
thing.
if you want to get specific.
South
How
Park.
do you feel right now?
I mean, I'm really feeling super good. Like, every day I wake up, I just be like, thank you, God. I don't know how we made it here, but thank you. So I'm super excited about everything. I've been quarantining, working on the album, so I'm excited about that. It's gonna be lit.
And also killing the charts with the Savage remix, huh?
Like, your cheers were our cheers when you found out that Beyoncé definitely jumped on that, because being from H-Town and having, you know, one of the most notable people in the history of Houston, you know, next to Sam Houston, the actual person that the city's named after, like, damn, like, Beyonce jumped on your record, gave you bars. Didn't just give you raps, gave you bars and hung in there.
Singing. When I got the song back, I was like, Beyonce really skated all over this song. Like, I didn't, you know, Beyonce is Beyonce, so I knew Beyonce was gonna give me the treatment. But like, I wasn't even thinking it was about to be all that. I was like, I didn't think it was about to be this long of a song. I was like, oh my God, Beyonce really got it.
And that's,
oh my God, like, thank you so much. Like, I literally told Beyonce, I told Jay-Z like 500 times, thank you. Like, I couldn't even believe it. I was so happy.
I want to ask you.
How is it being signed to Roc Nation now versus, you know, you have other situations, but now you have Jay-Z that you're able to actually reach out to and get some, you know, help from. How is that for you?
I saw like a lot of people were confused. Like, I'm not signed to Roc Nation as a label. Like, I didn't have, you know, my mother was my manager and my mother passed away. So it was literally me and T. Ferris trying to figure out just how to keep maneuvering through my career, because my mom did everything for me. Like, I literally would just wake up and worry about music. Like, and my mom took care of everything. So when I started having to check my own emails, and like, I do have a big part in, you know, booking my own shows. Like, I was like, we really need help. Like, we really, because things were getting so out of control. Like, it was so many things. Like, and you know, I know how to, now in my age, I know how to negotiate. Like, I know what I want, what I don't want.
Right.
But I was frantic. I didn't know what to do because I was going through the loss of my mom. So it just so happened at the same time, Roc Nation was trying to like sign me, like, you know, to management. And like, I met everybody. Like, the first day I went up to Roc Nation to have a meeting, Jay-Z just walked in my meeting, and I'm like, so they just, and before I actually even signed, they were helping me with everything. Like, I was trying to like enroll myself back in school, but they took care of that. Like, just being like on the road, I was like about to go on tour. Like, they were helping me with that. Like, it was just crazy. So I was like, these people, I don't have no paperwork with them, and they still treated me like family. So it was only right that I decided I'm gonna just go ahead and sign to this to Jay-Z with the management, because they helped me and they didn't have to help me. So like, being signed with them now, like, just being a part of the family, like, it feels like a family over there. Like, they take care of you, like, they take care of everything. Like, you don't feel like you got a team of people around you that don't care. Like, you know how things just feel like work.
Right.
People genuinely rocking with you because, you know, we Black and we're family.
So and you was already going with the Duce, so that made it even better.
Free boat rides.
She's the cognac queen. That's the cognac queen. And
so I was like, I love it over there. I love it.
I also noticed when you spoke about Roc Nation that they were able to point certain things out to you. Like, you've learned a lot and you've grown a lot from a business standpoint. What are some of the biggest lessons that you've kind of learned since joining forces with them, and them looking at certain paperwork or looking at some of the things you were doing and saying, hey, try this or go about it this way?
Like, you never get too old to learn things. And in contracts, like it's never really like just cut and dry. Like you can't let somebody tell you this basically what the contract say, because it don't never be what basically what the contract.
Right.
So like they're teaching me still, you know, just the verbiage of things that you should look at, and just I really understand now the importance of having a team, because one person cannot do everything. So like my specialty is not reading contracts. I'm a rapper. Like even school, like I'm not going to school to learn how to read contracts, but like now I'm getting in there. But I'm just saying, like, you have people that put the puzzle together. Like, so I've just really learned to appreciate having a group of people who are all good at what they're good at to like make the whole machine work. So I really learned the importance of teamwork at Roc Nation.
No doubt. Now, Megan, we're in a space right now where people are having to move differently. We're used to seeing you surrounded by a gang of people. One thing, in addition to the bars that you were known for, was letting people drive the boat. Once the quarantine is over, are we docking the boat, or can people still drive the boat? People are very germed out right now. You're seeing gyms starting to look different. How are we moving?
We really got to let the boat just relax a little bit. Like, we can't just jump outside and just immediately get back on the boat. Like, we're gonna let everybody test it out. They want to just jump in that water, see what happens. Then maybe like a few months from now, maybe we can get back on the boat.
You kind of remixed it because you started giving out the shots with the bottle.
That's when I had found out about COVID, and I was like, let me give y'all a cup. What y'all not about to say is I got sick because of Megan Thee Stallion.
I know that's right.
Right.
Next thing you know, you in court, somebody saying you gave them corona through the boat.
Wasn't me. So, you got a cup. What it's gonna have to be for a little while.
Now, Meg, one thing that everybody knows you for is your twerking and all that. When did you find out and learn, and how did you practice to get them knees so sturdy, girl? Because I could barely bend down and get back up. So what's the exercising that you're doing for that?
You got to do your squats, but really, I used to be on a dance team. I was on a dance team like all my life, right? So, I want to say elementary, I was kind of bad. Like, it wasn't even that I was bad, but I used to talk a lot, and I used to get in trouble for talking a lot. And my dance teacher would always make me do wall sits. So I really feel like that's probably where it came from. She thought she was punishing me, but she was really making my knees stronger.
Come on, Jesus. Come on, Jesus, with the testimony. Now that there is a testimony.
All the ways.
So you.
Hey, man.
Now, real quick, keeping it real twerk. I got you next, Billy. Keeping it on twerking for a second. Not everybody can twerk equally. Now, you're one of the best to do it out there on social media. If you was to put together an Olympic twerk team of you and 4 other famous people, who's on Megan Thee Stallion squad?
Can Miss Twerk something be counted as like?
Why not? She's famous. We know her.
Right. So it would have to be Miss Twerk something for show. Dang. Who else? I really feel like.
How about Lizzo?
Gotta get Lizzo. Got to get Lizzo. And dang, who else really be twerking? It's like it's this boy, and he got like these shorts, and he be having on these striped drawers. Like, I don't know who it is. I cannot think of his name, and I'm sorry if you see, but you know who I'm talking about. He be throwing that back out. Like, oh my God.
You ain't talking about E.J. Johnson, are you?
I just said Magic Son.
I'm just joking.
This is why you can't listen to him now.
No, but you know, when Miss Twerk I think y'all two could take the whole world by storm. Get him, Billy.
Hey man, so
Miss Twerk and Lizzo together, y'all gotta.
Hey, that's a hefty
gold
situation.
medal.
That's gold medal twerking right there. Now, I'm from Houston first off, so I'm gonna say that. From South Park, I went to Thomas, went to Frost, went to Sterling. Oh yeah, my daddy might have been your principal. When you got out of there, I think he was there from like 97, 98.
Oh my God, your last name is Sorrells. Yeah, he
My daddy was your principal?
Yes.
He passed away, but hey, man, I'm still here. So that's what's up. So that's positive. There we go. Look at you. All right, so I gotta ask you.
Worked at the school too, so anytime I would get in trouble, they thought they was doing something by sending me to Mrs. Sorrell's office, but jokes on
you. Another testimony.
Wow. So your mom worked up there at Thomas too sometimes, huh?
My granny worked up there. She was a special ed teacher.
Who?
Miss Paxton.
Miss Paxton, your grandma.
It's like a reunion, yo. A family reunion.
Listen, bro. Miss Paxton, should let me eat her lunch sometime when I would come up there. Because I would.
So nice.
He's a special needs kid.
That's how he got in there.
Hey, bro, let me tell you something. You can say what you want to say. They had everything in there. They had TV, VCR. They got good food. They had Timmy Chans in there sometimes. So that's what I was going to ask you about. I know you get down in that kitchen. So since this quarantine been on, 3 things, if you could teleport them from Houston to you directly or from anywhere to you directly, what are your food needs that you got to have? I know some Timmy Chans, some chicken and rice is in there. What else is in there?
I'm not going to lie to you. I just told T. Ferris, I was like, Ferris, I really want to go to Houston just because I want to go get a wing dinner. Like, I really...
With the gravy on there. Got to have that gravy on there.
No gravy. But like...
pick up
gravy. And the pepper steak from there.
That pepper steak fire. They don't know what we talking about. We speak
They don't know.
language.
I don't eat meat, so none of
my Houston knowledge is limited. I pull up on Buc-ee's when I'm like anywhere within the Houston. Why you make that thing? Buc-ee's is dope. It's a food place that happens to sell gas. I don't even call it a gas station.
The turkey leg hut.
Buc-ee's in the same sentence.
The turkey leg hut, the only thing I know about in Houston.
I really have yet to eat like properly some turkey leg hut, and I've been telling everybody, please give me some turkey leg hut. Somebody just get it for me.
Oh, they gotta hook you up.
I'm gonna hit Lynn up, man. It's fire. You gotta have it. You gotta have it all the way.
All right, so let's talk about Legendary, your the show that you have coming on HBO Max on May 27th. I'm so excited about this because this is about the ballroom scene and all that. And to be honest, I didn't know much about it until I watched Pose. And once I seen Pose, I was like, oh, this is great. Then I seen your show. So what got you involved into the whole ballroom scene?
So I have a few friends that would talk to me about ballroom, but I never experienced it in real life. Like I had never seen it. I didn't know anything about it. So when they came to me and they were like, Megan, we want you to be on the show. I think it'll be really great. Your personality is dope. I was like, well, yeah, I do want to be on this, and I would like to be a part of something like this because ballroom is not mainstream. Right. So to be a part of a show that could possibly like really take it there, like I was just so honored that they would even want me to be a part of it. And I met so many great people, like me and Naomi are like Wonder Woman. We're like best friends now. They're just performing their ass off, and I'm like, dang, y'all make me really want to work harder. Like they so passionate about everything they do. Like I just can't wait till everybody see it because this show was life-changing for me because just watching everybody that was a part of the show like come from their struggle and then make it here and then go so hard to win, like I'm like, you know what?
You can like relate to that story too.
Yes, like it make you not want to be half-assed ever because it be people that really be going through real life stuff and it make you feel like, dang, I'm really tripping about stuff that's so simple and I really should be thanking God that I'm even walking around here every day. So when y'all see it, it's really gonna touch y'all.
And we know that Savage is the focus right now, but would you be bringing any voguing to any future videos you may have going on?
Baby, when I say I made a bunch of friends, like they gonna be in every video I got.
Nice.
And they taught me a bunch of stuff. Like I was like, okay, boo, look, wait till I get it down packed.
Now we know you got a thing for film and horror. I saw that you're really into horror films and possibly maybe like writing scripts or coming up with ideas. You know, where are you at in that process? And have you thought about pitching anything for your own, shows or?
So I've been like working on a horror film for the longest. I really didn't understand how difficult it was to write a script. Like. I would be far in the middle of it and be like, dang, that did not make sense with the beginning of my story. So now I'm always like Googling like a bunch of scary stuff. So I'm like, dang, I can add this in there. So like, it just builds every time I write. And I really want it to be perfect. Like I want it to be a classic. I feel like every scary movie that's been coming out lately has either been like a remake of something else, or like I already know what's about to happen. You're about to come in here and kill everybody. You really don't have a reason for killing everybody. Like, you got a bunch of just demons that's just on edge all the time. Like, I need to just know why he's like this. So, like, I really want my story to just make sense. So, when it come out, y'all gonna be like, oh my God. So,
now, but let's say, though, if you do get recast into a horror remake, something classic that you like. I know your favorite is Evil Dead, but something else. If you got to get recast in a classic, which one would you get put in?
If I could get casted in a classic, it would probably be like Nightmare on Elm Street or Halloween. Halloween.
Halloween.
Y'all seen the new Halloween? Where they look?
I've seen every single one of them, and like the remakes get better and better and better.
Funnier, like, but I really, it was cool, but it was funnier. But like, I'm like, okay, how many times can we?
They rebooted the story a lot because then they'll be like, yo, these couple sequels didn't really matter anymore, so we'll scrub them and we're bringing Laurie back. I feel like there was one where she actually got killed, but that didn't count anymore. So
right, I don't like that. Like, I don't like that. You can't be switching the universe up that many times. They remade Jason, and Jason was in space. I was like, what is this?
No.
I watched that one for the culture. Now, you know they're about to come out with Scream, I think Scream 4, Scream 5. Could you see yourself in Scream 5?
I think it have to be 6 because I think 5 is with, what's her, the girl from American Horror Story, with the Emma, that's her name?
Let me double check that because I think
y'all got me with all these scary movies.
Yeah, I don't do
thinking
scary.
about them. Mm-hmm.
Jordan Peele is like scary as hell to me. I tried to go see Us, and I was like hiding.
I fell asleep.
No, Scream 5 is officially the one they're making right now. 4 was the one that had the girl from that show you talk about. Scream 5 is the one they're about to start making. You would be a shoo-in for that.
You need to put, hey, whoever's putting that together, y'all need to put me in there. Like, but you can't kill me. Like,
I was gonna say, what would your character be? What would you want your character to be? Who would you be?
I'm not a Scream girlfriend or something because I'm not about to die. Like,
I want to hear your scream, Meg. Like, what's your horror scream?
And then the thing is, I'm not gonna scream. Like,
you're not screaming.
Are you gonna give us like a fearful twerk?
Genuinely, this is me. I'm not even joking. When I get nervous or a little scared, I laugh a little bit because it's just it's not funny. It's just like, oh my God, like, you know what I'm saying? Or either I'm really quiet and I just take off, like, because I don't even want you to know that I'm here. Like, if you scare me, I just gotta go. Like, so I'm gonna be the quietest one in the scary movie.
Okay, theater of the mind, Megan. Dude comes out of the closet. He has a knife. Knife is up, and he's about to hack at you. And action.
Those are good reflexes.
Yeah,
very good reflexes.
You was out of there.
That
was good. Literally be a gas, like.
You would think she's dead, but then she comes back at the end of the movie and saves everybody.
Maybe.
So LL Cool J do it in Halloween. I think H2O it was.
Okay, so you know how like in what's it called, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right? So the dude, one of the dude gets free, and he know his friends is in the house. He could go out the door. He can leave, but he go save his people. I don't know. Like, I would feel bad. Like, if my friends is easily savable, I got to save you. Gotta save you. But if your motherfucking ass in the basement, like,
nah, you dead.
Bye bye.
What do I do? Like,
yo, black people would have way shorter Halloween, horror movies. People would text, be like, "Yo, you alright, fam? I'm outside.
I gotta go."
Yo, your album Sugar is killing things right now. We're so happy to see everything that you got going on. Every project seems like we get a cool new alter ego. I mean, there's been Tina Snow. There's been Meg Thee Stallion. We know her well. There's Sugar. We know her now. Who are we getting on the new album that you're cooking up during the quarantine?
On my album, I feel like I don't want to tell you. Because I really want it to be a surprise, but it is my favorite persona. And she's amazing. So get ready for that because it's going to be a whole new wave. And, it's going to be popping. So I can't wait for y'all to hear this because I've been writing my ass off in here.
I bet you have. And one thing I love about you, Megan, is like no matter where you showed up to, every given time, you will always prepare to rap. There's a lot of people that come to these shows. They're like, I don't know, it's too early to rap. It's too early to rap. Now, you're successful now. You got platinum records, some awards. People know your name. They know your name, know your name. You still, oh, she disappeared. Oh, there you go. She's back.
In the game.
The battery was low.
You got some bars on deck for us? Something light?
Y'all ready?
Let's go.
Always.
Okay. Please, bitch, do not try to cap on me. Like, I ain't the hottest out naturally. I go anywhere in my t-shirt and chain, hoe, killing shit casually. Like, I ain't the hardest in Houston. Like, bitches ain't hanging to use me. Like, niggas ain't begging to do me from ballers to rappers, like, bitches included, huh?
Hey! Raps on raps at all time.
So I'm from the DMV, and Wale, we were driving in DC. This was a couple years back, and he says, Ange, there's this girl, and she's from Houston. And he's like, you know, we about to drop this song. He said, she's got it. Like I remember he was just so sold on you. He said, and she's going to win because she likes anime. She's smart. She likes anime, and she can rap. He was like, she can rap. I was like, she likes anime. I'm like, where you find this one? And next thing I know, like, Pole Dancer comes out. And he was such a champion of you even before Pole Dancer. And I know he was like the first like big national artist that kind of reached out to you and said, you know, let's work together. And that's just how he is. That's who he is. Can you speak to just your progress from that point? Like, where you were at that time? You were kind of like, your dreams were kind of coming into fruition, manifestation was happening, and then you're in there with Wale, and Pole Dancer happens, and then that gets on the radio, and it just kind of, to me, it just starts, it was like the spark that really went going. Yeah, it just was like wildfire for that. And again, it's crazy because it went from like him just telling me like, this girl is next. I'm telling you, and Wale is never off. He's good with like finding artists before they blow. Like, can you speak to just that, how that experience just shifted your career at that point?
Yeah, so everybody know I'm from Houston. I always had like big dreams. Like, I always felt like I never doubted myself. I never felt like I wasn't gonna be able to achieve nothing that I'm achieving right now. But like, to actually be in the mix and like doing it is still super mind blowing. So like, coming from then, I was doing ciphers. I was just freestyling on Instagram. I had just put out a mixtape. Like, and one day somebody calls and they're like, "Yeah, Wale want to do a song with you." Like, I was in California. He was like, "Yeah, Wale want to meet you." I was like, "Wale." Like Wale? It was like, yeah. I was like, hell no. Like, no, Wale. So I pull up to the studio, and you know Wale, he in there. He's like the most turned up, calm person that I know.
Right. Yeah, over the top.
He's like in there drinking wine and like just really bobbing to his music. And I walk in, and he's like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Ah." Like, I couldn't. Like, he greeted me like he already knew me. So he starts playing songs, and one of them was Pole Dancer, and I'm like, duh, this is the one I'm gonna get on. Like, so then I recorded the song. Immediately we recorded the video, and me and him have been like besties ever since. Like, we ain't never stopped talking. Like, the communication was always there. Like, he just so cool, and like, it just me like growing into Megan Thee Stallion right now. Like, while I have always been somebody that's in my corner, like, I'll call him and be like, "This is happening to me, and I can't believe this is happening to me. What's going on?" And he'll be like, "Just need to calm down." Like he's super turned up, but he's like also like very zen. So like, I really appreciate the friendship that I have with him, because I'm a firecracker. Like, I'm always up here, and like, Wale is somebody I can call. That it can go either way. He can either be like, "F that, come on," or it can be like. So like, I just really appreciate him sticking with me as my friend. Like, from believing in me from then till right now. Like, he never doubted. Like, he always knew that I would be this Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, it's amazing. I think for people who are graduating, because we talk about the class of 2020, you know, it's a lot of people when they're about to graduate from high school, college, whatever. It's like, you don't know how this is about to play out. And you were in a place, you had that dream. Like you said, it's still new to you. So can you give any words of encouragement to like those dreamers out there that are either graduating and they're not getting that typical experience? They may not get their prom and graduation, but they still got those dreams and making that happen.
Like, bad things, really, they don't last forever. So just because something may not be happening for you right now doesn't mean that it's not gonna happen for you a year from now, 6 months from now, tomorrow. Like, it's really just about the patience and just really, you gotta really love to work. You gotta love to grind, like, cause ain't nothing really gonna fall in your lap. So it's something that you're really passionate about. You really gotta love to work for it, because when you finally get the benefits from what you've been working for, it feels like a million times better. So I would just say, always grind. Don't give up, because it's gonna happen eventually.
Now, your music is so it's so Houston. As a Houstonian, I feel it, and you haven't really tried to switch up and sound like anybody from anywhere else. So I want to ask, what really shaped you when you talk about living in the H and coming up? Was there a moment when you fell in love with music from hearing it out, or a time period that you could capture for us to where you started seeing how you want to embody the track? I know UGK and Pimp C are some of your references, but is there any other moments in time in your youth that you felt like the music just spoke to you and was like, that's what I want to do? Can you take us there?
I was really young when I first ever heard UGK or 3 6 Mafia or Biggie. Like, my mom and my dad, between them two, that's the only thing I was listening to. So I just remember I used to go to Candy Stripe in Houston. So
classic.
I remember getting picked up from school, and my daddy would be riding, listening to 3 6, and I'm like, a girl was saying this will be fire. Like,
right.
So that's me. Like, I really just grew up listening to like the bold music. So that's just how it come off.
How does it feel that you're able now to, especially now in the time of a pandemic, that you're able to give back to the city that you came from? Because you took one of your biggest records. This has been your biggest record, and you're donating those proceeds to help people out in Houston. How does that feel for you right now?
I feel really good, because I've always wanted to do something big for my city. Like, I've always wanted to give back to a city that just gave me life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I come from. Like, I always just wanted people to know Megan from Houston, and she repped that shit for real. Like,
right.
It made me feel really good that I could do something for Houston, because Houston have done so much for me. So.
Well, we proud of you, Meg, and I'm sure if my dad was living, he'd be proud of you too. Kept even though he was in office.
I know.
So dope. So, Meg, how do you feel like you could top last year? Because I can't believe it's only been one whole year for you. That it's been like, from us first learning about you to like now you're this humongous star. How do you think you can even begin to start the top this year that just passed? I don't think you can.
We gotta start Beyoncé.
But that's still, to me, that's still part of your year. You get what I'm saying? So now
that does happen.
That's true. That's true.
We already topped it.
You can't top that right now.
Hey, we now 2019 was lit for sure. We got a lot of awards. We did a lot of things. We cleaned up a lot of stuff.
But Beyonce.
Hey, Megan Thee Stallion, we appreciate you for joining us. We got to wrap this up. You've been awesome. Congratulations on all your success. Legendary. We're going to be looking out for you on that. We're looking forward to your horror film whenever you feel like dropping that script and it gets picked up. It just keep going. You're an inspiration to so many people. None of us will ever have the knees that you have. We will continue to aspire to have those knees, but none of us have it, but
maybe Belly.
Shout out to the teacher that made you.
Got
you. And give a shout out to, before we go, give a shout out to your hotties and also class of 2020.
Yeah, shout out to the class of 2020. Y'all are graduating at the most craziest time in life, which lets me know that y'all some real soldiers. Y'all the real MVPs. Y'all made it through this. So just shout out to y'all, and shout out to all the hotties. Don't forget to text me, because it is really me texting y'all, so hit me up.
Hold on, how do they get blocked from the hotline, the hotties hotline?
And the crazy thing is, they can't get blocked, like, because I'm texting them out. Like, so all the crazy stuff they say to me, like, I really just gotta look at that. Like,
no, that's terrible. We need some filters, man.
Whatever, they do what they want to do.
We are the Morning Hustle.